Hello everyone, my name is Bhavya and today we'll be reviewing some of my favorite novels, and I'm not much of a reader, but I've read some of the novels which I love and I want to share with you guys. So I won't be giving any spoilers or like any summary kind of a thing because that would like spoil the fun out of it. And I want you guys to read, to have a look at these books if you like it. So, yeah, let's move on to our very first book, which is my favorite. This cute and tiny book, but so powerful that it can change your whole life, right? So, this book is called Ikigai, which basically means in English, purpose of life. And it is originated from a Japanese island, which is known as Okinawa. It's a Japanese concept basically. So, like, there was a research that was done जिसमें ऐसे था कि जो लोग 100 से ऊपर के एज के हैं वो कहाँ पे कितने हैं, राइट? उस चीज़ पे रिसर्च हुआ था एंड इट वाज फाउंड कि जापान का जो आइलैंड है ओकिनावा, यहाँ पे सबसे ज़्यादा 100 साल के ऊपर वाले लोग रहते हैं. एंड नॉट जस्ट दैट दे लिविंग, right? They were happily living. They were moving. Their hands, their whole body, that was so energetic and so much, they had a routine. They had everything. They could do their own work. Like even a person who is 90, 80, 100, they were doing their own work. So that is a very impressive thing about this book. The very nice thing is, ki, okay, so I want you guys to have a look at it. It's amazing. And not only they're telling about the things about the Okinawa culture or the people there, they're also telling you the tips to which you can improve your quality of life. So there is this thing in this book that I absolutely adore. So it's on page number 112. So there were some interviews that were conducted of the people who were above the age of 100. Like, ki you're living, right? And how are you living so happily, so energetically, so motivated? How are you living like that? So the very first thing that came up was, don't worry. The secret to long life is not to worry and to keep your heart young. Don't let it grow old. Open your heart to people with a nice smile on your face. If you smile and open your heart, your grandchildren and everyone else will want to see you. So this is my favorite part of this book. So do give it a try and let me know what do you think about this book. The very next book is this one. This is called 11 Hours. It's by Daniel Paul Singh. It's basically a suspense thriller kind of a book. So I bought this very long back. I just saw the cover page and I was so fascinated by the cover page. I have no idea why. So I was like, I have to have this book. I bought it and it was amazing. Okay, the writing was very simple. The writer, explains everything very simply, and it's a nice story if you want to like have a good time, or like if you're looking for something suspense or thriller kind of a stuff, you can go with it. And it's not a very complex book, like मतलब तुम्हारे दिमाग पे बहुत ज़्यादा भारी नहीं होगी. So you can have a look at it. Basically it's about a wife. She goes missing, okay, and how her husband searches for her everywhere, and the kidnapper, which goes by the name Loser, he calls her, sorry, he calls him, and he get to know that he has been tracked. All of his thoughts are being tracked. So this was amazing. So you can have a look at it too. The next book that I want to talk about, one of my favorite books. It was one books that I read in my initial times when I started developing the reading habit or something like that. So it was. So this is one of my favorite books. This is known as Palace of Illusion by Chitra Banerjee, one of my favorite writers. This is one of the best books I've ever written. Basically, it is Mahabharat, but returns from Draupadi's perspective. And absolutely adore Draupadi. She's one of my favorite characters from mythology. And so that is why automatically this book has become my favorite. And when I first read this book, I actually read it two times. So when the first time I read this one, I haven't watched Mahabharata. I didn't know about Mahabharata. Like I didn't know who were Pandavas, who were, Draupadi. I knew about it, but I didn't know into that much detail कि मुझे ये book समझ आ जाए. So I read it for the first time. I liked it. Honestly speaking, I didn't understand most of the part, but I still liked it. So then it got me so much interested into Mahabharata that I watched Mahabharata and then I came back for this one. And then amazing, mind blowing. Please read it out. Please just go and have a read at this book. So, the last book and one of the books which are closest to my heart is this one. I don't know if you guys have heard about it or not. It is called Chocolate Guitar and Momos. So, so cute, so fluffy. One of the cutest books I've ever read. And so it was written by Canny Diori Basumatri. I don't know how to pronounce the last name, but yeah, we'll go with Basumatri. So this book is very cute. This was my very first book, and I actually completed it in like one sitting. I'm not kidding. I completed this book in one sitting, and it was my very first novel. So you can guess how much I love this book, and it is very, very, very cute. Please give it a read, guys. So it's a love story between two people, obviously between two people, but it is very cute. So do give it a try, and that is about it. Those were the books that I wanted to share with you guys, and these are one of my favorite books. So thank you.